What does the delicate heartbeat of a high-end Swiss watch have in common with the brutal blood-soaked grit of a 19th century whaling ship? I'll tell you what, everything. I'm Duke Jarbo, and today we're talking about the biological superfluid that didn't just lubricate the modern world, it built it. Welcome to A Daily Deuce. Picture the 1840s. The Industrial Revolution isn't just taking off, it's screaming toward the future at full throttle. But there's a problem. Lubrication. Standard vegetable fats? Pathetic. Farm animal grease? An embarrassment. Under the relentless pressure of high-speed machinery, pig fat turns to rancid glue, and the looms seize. Progress chokes on itself. Enter Spermaceti. Harvested from a massive oil-filled cavity in the head of the sperm whale. And before you ask, yes, that is exactly where the name comes from. And no, we are not going to unpack that any further. This was not blubber, ladies and gentlemen. This was mid-19th century nanotechnology. It possessed a unique chemical stability that laughed in the face of oxidation. It wouldn't thicken in the cold or break down in the heat. It maintained its viscosity across temperature ranges that destroyed every other substance on Earth. The US Lighthouse Board mandated it because sperm oil was the only lamp fuel that could survive the brutal combination of heat, salty air, and the need to never ever go dark. It was, in a word, invincible. And as a man of considerable maritime experience, let me be clear, the American whaling fleet was not a romantic adventure. It was a ruthless, globe-spanning energy extraction corporation operating at industrial scale, 3 decades before anyone had drilled a drop of petroleum. Because of this oil, we didn't just keep machines running, we reinvented what machines could do. We went from heavy, clunky iron tolerances to the microscopic precision required for modern engineering. Tolerances tighter than my cat's evening feeding schedule. We're talking standardized timekeeping, celestial navigation, the entire architecture of the precision age lubricated by a whale. But here's where it gets dark. And I don't mean lighthouse goes out dark. Machine demand began to outpace what the ocean could provide. Fleets pushed deeper, hunted harder, and the whales, they started losing. We were staring down a technological bottleneck, the gears of the Industrial Revolution on the verge of a permanent screeching halt. Until the shift from the hunt to the drill. Pennsylvania rock oil arrived not as a superior replacement. Early petroleum lubricants were frankly inferior to spermaceti for precision work, but they served as a desperate, abundant alternative. The petroleum age wasn't born of triumph. It was born of necessity. The whales bought us just enough time to figure out what came next. But here's the kicker that'll blow your perfectly styled hair back. American automatic transmissions, military hardware, and NASA equipment were still running on sperm whale oil into the early 1970s. When the US finally banned it in 1972, the same year that Godfather came out, engineers scrambled. The military quietly stockpiled. NASA had to reformulate. The gap was so severe that an entire new crop industry was fast-tracked. Jojoba, a desert shrub whose oil is molecularly the closest thing nature has to spermaceti. We burned the whale, we nearly broke the machine. And then we planted a bush in the Arizona desert and hoped for the best. And here's the thing, it worked. Jojoba oil is now a billion-dollar industry. It's in your shampoo, it's in your moisturizer. It's probably in something on your bathroom counter right now. We spent a century and a half hunting a leviathan of the sea for its forehead grease. And the solution was grown in the desert the entire time. Nature had already written the answer. We just weren't desperate enough to read it until we nearly wiped out the sperm whale. So next time you look at your watch, check your phone, or feel your car shift smoothly into third. Know that the ghost of the sperm whale is in there somewhere. A 200-ton leviathan from the deep, holding the modern world together, one perfectly lubricated gear at a time. If you like this video, give that old like button a pokey poke and subscribe for more Daily Deuces. Stay lubricated.